Day Shaving Cadre. Welcome to Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home, and thank you for joining me for another straight razor shave. We hope everybody's doing well and is going to join us for our Zoom call this evening. Today we're going to continue our tour of the lovely Swedish country, and we're going to stick with CV Helgestrand today, except this time we're going to move up and we're going to go with the MK31, which is a 5/8. Now, as I go forward for the rest of the week, we're going to be moving up. We're going to go to an MK32, which is a 6/8, and then the MK33, which is a 7/8. Then we're going to drop back down to CV Helgestrand number 7. Or no, I'm sorry, I take that back. Number 8. And then we're going to go to a nice little shoulderless CV Helgestrand number 1. Then we're going to get away from Helgestrand and go to the Klaus Tornblom, then followed by the Nystrom, and then finally we'll finish up our tour of Sweden with the Eric Anton Berg. So it should be a good, nice couple of shave days coming up. I did get a mail call today, thankfully, and so crisis averted. Got my brand new bottle of English Fern, as well as something I've not tried before, which is the English Fern talcum powder. So I'll try that today. And when I say I'm all over the map today, with Dangerous Dawn's theme, I decided to go back to Victory Shaving Shops with Flight Engineer. Now, Flight Engineer is bamboo, ginger, and what else does it say? Bamboo, ginger, and coconut. So it does have a very beachy feel. In fact, their description, I believe, on their website says that it's like being in a South Pacific island, and it's really nice. But it's also very hard to pair up with fragrances and stuff like that. So for that, we are going to head all the way back to the British Isles. And we are going to end up with doing British Sterling, good old classic for our aftershave. And then for our EDT, another aquatic. And it's kind of hard to see, but it's Penhaligon's Blasted Heath. And then our brush for today will be the Sorrentino Tuxedo Barzini. This one's from 2017, so one of his first ones. So the razor has been stropped already 30 and 50. And we'll get started. Some of you may have noticed a thread regarding a special edition of the TSC radio show. And that's actually true. That's going to be coming up this Saturday, as well as the Straight Shave Zoom call, which will be Saturday as well. All I can say is the radio show is going to be very special. There is a music video that will be premiered, and all I can say is that it's been over a year in the making. So hopefully you can join us for that as well. And there are details on in the thread. This soap, as I said the last time I used it, is a, believe it or not, an olive oil based soap. And traditionally, most olive oil soaps do not lather very well, but the guys at Victory have done a fantastic job. And this soap acts every bit as much as a tallow soap. And what's nice about this is you have the bamboo, you also have the ginger, which gives it a really nice spicy note. But what's nice about it is, I know some people, coconut soaps can be very sweet, or they can be very suntan lotion like. This one balances very well. You just get a hint of the coconut feel, and it's more of, if you've ever been to the beach and actually smelled the husk of a coconut, that's what it's like. So it definitely has a beachy feel to it, but not to the point of being a cloying coconut There are some soaps out there that, from very, very good soap makers, as a matter of fact, that, to me, their soaps are just way too suntan lotiony. You know, it's like slathering yourself in Copper Tone and Bullfrog. Where this one, even if you're not a huge coconut fan, coconut is so far in the background of this, but it's a very nice summery soap. Super slick. In fact, this is one of a handful of soaps that, because of its slickness, I do have to put alum on my hands for the razor. Sorry, Nurse Dave, no big wreck today, I hope. Okay, so we'll get started once again with the CV Helgestrand MK31, which is a 5/8. I have two of these. I have one in Pre-Ban Ivory and then this most recent one. I prefer using this one because I just don't want to ruin the scales of the other one. So here we go. As I had stated in a previous video, Helgestrands, you know, from the Eskilstuna region of Sweden, have almost gotten a cult status to them. They're getting increasingly hard to find, especially in the higher numbers like the MK32 and especially the MK33. I was fortunate enough to find a 33, but it was in bad shape, and I had sent it off for restoration. And many of you may have remembered when I posted, when I first got that over at the other place, that it came back from that with from the person I sent it to with no hope of a restoration. So in the beginning, it was going to go into a shadow box and be placed up here. But I decided that I wanted to shave with this razor and I wanted to use it rather than having it waste away in a shadow box. So I spent the next probably 3 to 5 weeks trying to hone it as best I can because the edge was in just horrid shape. Dalmatianing everywhere, some pits on the microscopic level. Hence the reason why the restoration was going to be probably not up to the standards of the gentleman that I sent it to, but I was determined and spent a lot of time. Started with the Shaptons, got that done. Didn't like the edge, went to the Cauticule, finally got a good edge on it, and then with that and the arcs, both the black surgical and the trans arc, I was able to get a decent cutting edge on it, and it's actually fairly nice now. I don't use it very often because it's going to get worse, obviously, and with the water and everything else. You know, the blade, at some point I'm probably going to have to bin it, or not bin it, but put it in the shadow box. But right now, since the 33s are so hard to find, I wanted to make sure that I was able to shave with it. And it's not too bad. And that'll be on one of my upcoming shaves as well. Okay, we're going to go ahead and finish up the 2 passes, and we'll see you on the other side for aftershave, final thoughts, and EDT, or EDP rather. Okay, see you in a few. Okay, we're back. As always, just a little tad bit of cleanup in the Adam's apple area. A little bit on the nose today. But other than that, definitely a good shave. There we go. A lot of people, most of the people that like the CV Helga strands love them. Some people that don't like them is it's because of the stiffness of the blade. They're very, very hard. That's one nice thing about when you hone them and you get a good edge on them. I've never re-honed any of these. In fact, I don't even know if I've taken any of the Helga strands or any of the Swedish blades out of Eskilstuna. I don't even know if I've ever even refreshed them other than stropping. They're that good. Okay, so we're going to fly across the pond and use some of the British Sterling aftershave. Yeah, it matches pretty well. It's got a nice spicy note to it. You know, British Sterling has been a staple in a lot of dens for a long time. Now, I don't know how this is going to mix with the English Fern Talc. We'll see. It's a pretty good sized bottle too, and very, very fine, but it definitely has the English fern scent. Oh wow, very, very silky on the skin, and just pure English fern. In fact, it's every bit as strong as the EDT, but in a different way. In fact, those of you that like English fern and remember that softness of the way that the tallow, wow, that's good stuff. The way that the tallow soap smells with that richness of English fern, this is the same thing. So if you haven't tried this yet, maybe I'm one of the last ones on the bandwagon, do so. It's worth it. And as everybody knows, English fern has been dropped from the Penhaligon's line, as is Duro. So there's a few places. I got mine from fragrance.net or fragrancenet.net or .com. Prices are reasonable. They've got coupons and everything else. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that talc. And actually, the English fern is playing well with the coconut and the ginger and the British sterling. So we're going to finish off with the blasted Heath from Penhaligon's. So it's kind of a cornucopia of scents today. And they all seem to work. They all seem to play pretty well together. So that's a good thing. So that's a barbershop at home shave for today. We certainly appreciate it. Can't wait to see some of you guys on the Zoom call tonight. And once again, don't forget to sign up for the Zoom call for the straight razor seminar, for lack of a better term. And I will be sending out all the Zoom information probably on Friday. Okay, so once again, thank you for being members of the TSC. And if you've never seen us before and you're seeing this on YouTube, please come and join us at www.theshavingcadre.com. Thanks and have a great day.